Welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. This is going to be the last game of the day. It's going to be VP versus Navi. And I was just laughing because the countdown in my ear went more or less like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Or something like that. So I was like, okay. What happened? Empire lost.
They lost.
Yeah.
They were outdrafted.
I would say they were outdrafted, but I don't think that was like... I don't want to say it was game-ending, but it was a really big deal. Because every single time they took a team fight, like I think Lumi mentioned this, and Shane as well, that they weren't like diving, like they won, right? Like Empire were trying to fight, but every single time they fought, they just got like disrupted, lifted, boat buffs, mechs. There was no real follow-up damage to be able to get a for sure kill on anyone because of how defensively postured the team was that Alliance had drafted. And the only time Empire ever got anything is when they did that really awkward dive and Mag got like 3 kills and then all of a sudden had a blink dagger. Now, given that circumstance, a hero like Axe, who gets a blink that easily after having a hard lane, should be able to make a lot happen. Didn't make anything happen. Couldn't fight.
It's really hard to make something happen when you have like 2 so defensive supports. Yeah. The Rubik and the Shadow Demon were spread apart, like even between them. You couldn't catch them both at the same time. And if the Shadow Demon does not disrupt whoever you were targeting, then, then the Rubik would just lift
He had 2 blink daggers, apparently.
And this guy had 2 blink daggers because
wasn't
he's
enough. Should have got 3.
You need to blink more.
I want to say that by the time they saw like the Kunkka pick, that it was already too late for Empire to try to transition into some kind of like a split pushing style, because that's what you would normally do in that scenario, right? Because nobody on Alliance had blink until EGM got it, which was like, what, close to 20 minutes in? Something
more
like
or less,
that?
yeah.
So in that game, you probably want to pick carries who have a little bit more mobility, but they picked a Leshrac.
Well, they also had Marana, who has quite a lot of
but Marana had a horrible start.
Yeah, do you think they should have
dying.
put someone like
I think he
defensive
should have been
support
dual lane mid.
Yeah, but who would they have put mid with her?
I think Kunkka Shadow Demon beats any dual lane they could have put
Abaddon could have been alright. The second he gets arrowed, do you dispel the
but I'm talking specifically like if they picked a different carry, like a different hero that would have been safe lane farming. But still, it's hard, right? Because they picked it so late into the draft that it's really hard to just change your entire lineup based on like one pick. But I think they realized it a little bit too late because Rubik Darkseer doesn't really give a whole lot away, which is obviously something to Alliance's strength in that game. But when you see an Axe, it's like, okay, they're going to play aggressive, like pretty much. So they had a pretty good idea of what was coming their way.
So yeah, they finished playing very defensively, taking the fights when they matter. And at one point in the game, there were 8 in kills. And after that, it went to 19 and 8. And just, it was a triple kill Axe. After that, Empire couldn't get anything. So Alliance winning, meaning that they will not have to worry about Rockskis taking their place.
The whole like dream last game thing just got shattered.
Yeah, unfortunately, it will not happen. Fnatic still has a chance to maybe just... it's the only team that can potentially take Alliance out if Alliance loses everything catastrophically. And Fnatic wins everything, but that's something that we will see during the weekend. Quickly, who was the MVP this game?
Hard to say.
There was a lot of good disruptions from Ake, I think.
Yeah, but it's hard to give an MVP to a support because
the
supports had a really easy job. Like, stand away,
don't do anything.
Use abilities on people who go in.
Yeah, but doing it right is as admirable as...
The definition of quickly eludes you guys.
MVP was EGM because he drafted.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay. If you guys want to guess who the MVP was, not for the game, but for the week, you can always go to facebook.com/rockcat and you can say who you think was the MVP of the week. The week will last until Saturday, Sunday, but the competition will end today and there will be new competitions for Saturday and Sunday. So by the end of today, we will choose the MVP of the week out of all the teams that played. And if you chose the right one, of course, before we announce it, because otherwise it would be kind of cheating, you are able to win a Rocket Glow keyboard, which is the keyboard that the guys have. It has the glowing keys, looks really pretty. Could be yours. Not exactly that keyboard, though, because...
What if they want this one, though?
Yeah.
So, no. It's a new one. You will not have your man cells.
Man cells.
Man cells.
I don't think they're what you want on keyboards, Bruno.
Okay. I mean, you drop your people's cells.
The man cells.
Yes. Okay. I just realized what I said.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. Moving on to Navi versus VP. I just needed a segue. Had to run away.
Unbelievable.
Smoke and mirrors, guys. Smoke and mirrors.
And flashy shirts.
Yes, it helps. It always helps. It's kind of like a mirror. Navi versus VP is going to be the last game of the day. And let's face it, today, the two games we saw were upsets.
Yeah,
The Alliance Empire game a little bit less than
Yeah.
the other, but Alliance was in lower position, Empire playing so well.
VP are going to beat Navi.
VP, can they beat Navi? I mean, they have
Actually,
to.
they have to, yeah, or they're out.
Yeah.
So this is a big game.
So I'm looking forward to that. I think the draft has already started, but before we go into the game, we have to talk a little bit. First of all, for those who didn't hear before, VP has to win this game. Otherwise, it will be
So
eliminated.
do
from
Navi.
contention.
They're nearly out of the top 6. Like.
Navi, exactly.
Yeah.
Navi are 6 and 5, meaning that they will have to win, not necessarily to be still in competition, but if they lose right now, and now Fnatic gets a couple of good results, they could just like go ahead of Navi, and Navi now starts playing from behind, hoping that Fnatic loses their games in order to qualify. ROG's case is also still in the goal, so Navi and EG are two teams that have to be very careful from here onwards, and it all starts with a good victory versus VP.
Yeah.
So before we go into that game, guys, Illidan is this very unconventional player from VP that you said 1 out of 5?
1 out of 5. This is the 5th game, actually.
Is this the 5th game?
Yeah.
I'm seeing something.
Okay.
Victory for VP is just a stone's throw away.
You can tell you,
Yeah, but nobody's going to get it.
Yeah.
Okay, they
Duh.
probably get it.
I thought you were talking about Brewmaster.
That was
because-
for the Han players.
Yeah. But anyways,
Is it called Pebbles?
Pebbles.
Pebbles. What about you?
I thought you just gave it away when you said.
No, I didn't give it away.
He went like this.
It was still cryptic. But you just mentioned the hero's name.
And Han, which nobody plays.
No.
So so
Nobody.
cryptic.
Not anymore.
Nobody
Not
knows.
anymore.
I don't play.
So, well, I mean, spoiler alert. Pebbles incoming. Let's jump into the game,
VP's
Lumi,
gonna take
and
this.
you can...
It's the 5th game. We've been counting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were in
It's
time
the
of
time.
a win. Yep.
VP totally wins. Not Alliance versus Empire, rather VP versus Navi. But we're going
Different
there.
teams, actually.
Different teams. So we're jumping into the game
It's the same.
right
Same
now.
game.
Same game.
And it's Wisp and Pebbles.
Wisp and Pebbles. Important to note that Wisp was not actually in Han, but there is a hero like Wisp.
Nymphora.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it, though. Because that hero was broken.
Oh, be a shit.
Sounds like Wisp.
That's all you need to know.
No,
it was
no.
way worse
Whoa,
than
whoa,
Wisp.
whoa, whoa. Like,
He was
Imagine having
way
Coddle
worse.
Pull and Wisp teleport together.
and a massive AoE stone.
Anyway, so Navi, they're going to continue the trend of picking up Dark Seer. We've actually seen a huge resurgence of this hero lately, like in the last couple of weeks, I would say.
Was that a pun? Because that was amazing.
What, the resurgence?
Yeah.
Sometimes I make puns.
Really fucking
I like
good.
to just slide him in, you know? But anyway.
wasn't planned.
No, it wasn't. I just
not
wanted to
even
give
a
him the
little.
credit for it.
So the Dark Seer pick, I think, is more importantly because people are tending to pick less like Rush BKB types of heroes.
Yes.
For a long time, there was this situation where you would have like SF, maybe a little bit more common. EG still runs it, of course, but it's maybe not picked as much as Ice Frog wants it to be picked, so he keeps buffing him. And he doesn't really function that well in those types of situations.
I also think that in 6.8 as well as 6.81, we see more and more melee supports. It used to be a thing where melee support is just, you don't do it. It's just like, oh, I can't lane harass, can't zone. What?
Air Checker was always on Sun
Yeah, but
and
he's
it's
not. He was like so far away, right? Like he's not exactly.
He's a melee support.
He is by definition a melee support. Well,
No.
actually, on that Earthshaker point, how many times do we actually see Earthshakers?
Every now and then. He dances in and out.
Very
Cloud9, I
rarely.
think, is, and I know Puppy likes Shaker as well.
This is
It's his
6,
favorite character,
6, 7,
isn't
9
it?
though. Is what I'm saying. 6, 7, 9 and before, we don't see many melee supports.
Okay.
That is
And-
true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, now Darkseer is only melee supports.
He's
As
not
well.
as... Okay.
It's not really a support.
No, not all.
Who? What?
Darkseer.
No, I'm saying he owns melee support. Like
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't,
yeah, yeah,
you can't really zone him out as
Yeah.
a melee
Alright.
support.
What
For
about
sure.
Tree?
Well, he's on the same team.
He's legit.
No, well, okay. But what about Tree against Darkseer?
No, living armor. Are you kidding me?
Dude.
It gets
DC
slammed.
is not a stun against
Lich-
Darkseer.
No,
Let's see.
not about
You just
killing,
surge
but
out
you
of
can
it.
just trade and zone him out.
Yeah,
You
but
punch
in
hard.
terms of
No.
how much mana Darkseer has and how much mana Tree has, you
Yeah.
can Leech Seed once.
Once.
Darkseer can Ion Shell like 20 million times.
That's true.
Leech Seed's 140 mana.
But every single Ion Shell you make the
It's a
Darkseer...
tree. He's so dumb. he can't use his abilities.
I don't know.
Hey,
Some
trees are wise.
aren't they really old and wise?
Yeah, like the weirwood trees.
They're not book smart though. They might be street smart.
But they fucking
But they got
made the
no
books.
intelligence.
No, they're
How
not
can a
street
tree
smart.
be
They're
street smart?
Tree smart.
He's been around the
Jungle
block. It just
smart.
took him like 100 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever, man.
Shadow Shaman.
I really like this VP draft.
This is like the gamey game draft.
Yeah, let's go, boys.
You got Centaur, Wisp Relocate with Tiny. Their ability of killing towers is also terrifying, especially if the Centaur gets to late game along with the Tiny. You're going to have Mass Serpent Wards, return damage on a tower, and Tiny with Eggs. If Na'Vi lose fights in the later stages of the game, even if VP are behind, they have the potential to punish really hard.
Yep.
We're talking like killing tier 3s in the matter of seconds, Raxing, stuff like that. So it's really scary for Na'Vi to not give away too much of an early game lead. I think VP have a very snowball-centric lineup right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
also, I feel that even if... Sorry to cut you off.
Yes,
but
yeah.
even if like Na'Vi gets off to a great start, like how Alliance just did, it's very hard to contain VP in their base because they have the spells like Stampede to get out. They have Relocate. You can always find some random pickoffs. And they're just really, really tanky heroes. So I feel that Virtus.Pro, they're in a very good position to do well in their lanes. And if they don't, they could recover quite easily.
What do you think about Windrunner here from Na'Vi? I think
Yeah.
Windrunner is actually really good
It
against.
was my turn to speak. You bad.
I know,
bad
they skipped
Irishman.
me.
Well, we
Okay.
skipped Bruno too.
Oh, sorry. Bruno?
Thank you, Shane.
No problem.
Okay. No, what I was thinking was actually two things. Na'Vi, last time they had the Darkseer versus Centaur, they put him in the safe lane, and they just creep skip between tier 1 and tier 2 tower. And the Centaur couldn't do anything. Okay, the
This is-
Morphling changes things.
It's pretty weird.
But that's the other thing that I was
They
thinking.
can't kill Morphling.
They can't.
They cannot kill Morphling.
They cannot. They have to be lucky and get a 5-second arrow.
And the other thing is too,
How
since
will the
it's
lane-
a support Centaur.
No,
No,
it's not.
RSR's offlane player.
How's it? It's
Oh yeah,
Shadow
offlane.
Shaman
Yeah,
was-
okay. I got confused. I don't know what I was thinking.
Offlane Centaur, it's going to be mid Tiny Wisp against which the Mirana. I
it
don't
could
know
be
how
mid
much.
Tiny Morphling. Sorry,
Tiny Morphling.
Tiny Morphling.
You
What
made
a
that.
lane.
Hey man, you toss your Morphling in and he waves
Waves
out.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Genius.
yo-yo Morphling.
It could be a Wisp Morph. That's how Fnatic runs it. Battlecrow gets insanely more powerful, and you could use that mana by harassing the waveforms.
That's true.
Yeah, it makes the most sense too because you don't really want to share a lane with a Wisp and a Shadow Shaman because they both kind of need levels.
Yep.
So it makes more sense to send a Shadow Shaman to a lane where he can pull as opposed to the Wisp who, like Lumi said, can actually like help get runes and stuff and make the Morphling much more sustainable in lane. So I actually like VP's draft. to be
Because of
honest.
Morphling.
What's with this? Every single game now, they have a pause at the start. Like, do they plan? Is it?
It doesn't matter if the draft takes 10 seconds or 10 hours. There will be a pause at the beginning of the game.
Here's
Let's
the thing.
run some ahead,
like,
guys.
Most players, I can tell you from like
just go out
experience,
smoking and
they just go out and leave.
Yeah, that's
And
what
like,
I-
yeah,
that's terrible.
Let me know when it's done.
who does that?
And they just
I
like,
do that.
oh, it's over. So you have to wait.
You
for
do
the
that,
players.
Shane.
No, definitely.
Picks. We only queue CD, and you're like, Lumi, make sure you get the picks and pick slow, all right?
It's like, I gotta go for a smoke.
In every
What is it with everyone smoking in the car when I'm in the car? Every time.
It's so bad.
I put my foot down, said no smoking in the car, so they don't do it with me.
It's so rude.
So you haven't put your foot down yet.
I didn't.
I'm gonna put my foot somewhere.
I didn't smoke with the card today, was you?
No, Scrift or Wepas did. I think. Right? No. Maybe
What?
not today. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't know.
I didn't
man.
even smoke in the car yesterday, which I smoked at the gas station.
No, Scrift did yesterday. That's who I was thinking.
Yeah, and I didn't because I'm a nice boy.
You were 51 meters away from the gas station too, because it's illegal to
Yes,
smoke
of
within
course it
50
was,
meters of
50
a gas
I
station in
measured.
Sweden. He was doing paces away from the car. I saw him. All right, so looking at the way the lanes are shaping up right now, it actually appears to be Morphling's kind
30
of well, Wisp
seconds
is towards
to
mid,
battle.
so Morphling could easily make his way up there. I'm not entirely sure if an aggressive tree lane
I think it's
is
legit.
gonna. It's actually kind of strong.
It is
Because
insanely
if-
strong.
If you're walking into a solo support and it's a Shadow Shaman, what the hell is he going to do against that?
Cry.
Actually, I was gonna say he could enter shock like 8 times.
The battle
8 times.
begins.
8 Aether shocks, okay?
He's just going to spam him. He's going to go on the lane.
And then Puppy's gonna like,
Zap.
tango twice and he'll be okay.
Oh, I have my own monitor. Sorry, Shane.
No, that's cool.
I'm going to move
Pull up
this
on that
way.
one, it's good.
Yeah, so the key thing to point out here is that Jotum, if you look at his gold, saved up.
Getting
That
that
quick
bottle,
bottle. Yeah. Fairly standard. Means your other support is like sad. Because he has to get all the
That's
starting
like
mana.
super greed bottle saving up though. It's not even.
It's not that greed.
The super greed is getting no items at the
Wisp
beginning.
doesn't need stat items.
Fine.
The clarity wouldn't go amiss.
Hey man, Dendi, Dondo, get back.
Worse than that, Leap. I think Jotum's actually going to take more damage than he did, though.
That's fine. He's got the tether.
Fine. So I really like the Lifestealer pick by Na'Vi as well. I think this is actually, like, draft-wise, I would say that VP probably have a slight advantage, but in the laning phase, I would actually say that Na'Vi are probably going to win 2 of their lanes. They're not going to win mid, of course,
No.
but...
So you're saying it's a good laning carry, but you also said that they have no way to deal with that Morphling, though, right?
Right. So it's like, if Na'Vi can win hard enough early game, I think they might be able to, like, take map control back based on that. But I think the longer the game goes, there's a bigger risk for VP to be able to just straight up out-carry them.
Yeah. That I agree with. Jotum, bottle not finished just yet. He's getting a lot of harass. Puppy's
Puppy.
gonna come around.
Shit.
Oh, I think Jotum's dead. Giving up first blood on that mid lane. Not exactly what they have in mind. Puppy picks up the first blood. He's halfway to his arcane boots.
I really like that movement because they knew that Arsar had a ward, so it was like pretty obvious that there was going to be no vision at all, basically, on the lower half of the map. So Puppy can leave the lane, and it's really hard to call that. Like, just, oh yeah, ganking tree mid, careful, you know? But no, it's like really good.
All right.
Getting that feast for the life. Yeah, it's really good.
But even in a 1v1, Centaur has kind of a hard time.
Yeah,
against
Havosa
Lifestealer.
straight up leveling the feast, and I think it's correct. Why not?
Get an Orb of Venom next, and it's like.
And some booties, and you just walk at him.
Okay, Orb,
and
booties.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
Lanes want.
I think a lot of players, maybe like mid-tier players, really undervalue how good Orb of Venom is in
Yeah,
lane.
it's
Like
one
it
of-
is, oh wow, this dive bottom Puppy. He's got the Ion Shell, he's just going ham. He's going to get shackled, but he doesn't have tower
Shield.
aggro, so he's still alive for the time being. He puts on a living armor. They want to
Okay.
go for NS. All
Okay.
right, NS is actually not going to die.
Yeah,
No, he has a surge.
Surge.
No,
Oh,
but he
the
gets
chicken.
turned into it. He
Okay,
gets turned into a pig.
salving back up clarity.
Oh,
Can he
he's
get to at the
Funny
shock
stat.
mana? No, he can't. The punch from long range Illidan.
Sonic is
He
so
will have
dead.
waveform back up. Waveform, 2 more hits is all he needs.
So not worth.
No.
So not worth.
Getting an early start on Morphling like that.
Like, Funnick took so long to get in range to do any damage.
Yeah.
Like, he was there. Like, Puppy was just in there, right? He was like, ah, I'm a tree, and I'm going to punch you. But I think he got shackled out of range of the Ion Shell, dealing damage to NS.
Yeah.
So he was able to stay alive for way longer than he should have. Unfortunate. And Illidan starting with 2 kills is definitely not what you want if you're Na'Vi.
No.
And fortunately for Illidan, he's playing a hero where it's very hard to not skill properly. I mean,
don't know. We go, oh, Jesus.
okay,
got
yeah, he bought him Morbid Massive.
Oh, God.
Panic. Panic. Now, is he going to go phase boots? Because I know Silent has done that quite a bit. Oh, stun on middle lane. Lift, though, onto G. He's out of here, man. Puppy, though, he's got the boots. Throws out a leech seed. Are they going to actually have enough damage for the kill? The arrow lands. Boom.
I
There you
think
go.
G is juking the wrong way, man.
It's really difficult to juke arrows in a tight corridor.
Well,
like that.
it's just you don't want to juke away from your wisp, man.
Well,
'cause
Tiny's 280 move speed or 285 before ranking to grow, and he was leech seeded.
he was walking away from a tether from a wisp that has bottle charges, 2 of them.
That's because if you walked like towards
That's
his barrel,
fine.
he
You
would
get
have
kicked by
punched.
the arrow, but there's overcharge and bottle regen.
tree there.
Who cares? You're a rock man.
You get punched by a tree?
With overcharge and bottle regen.
Maybe. Maybe, man. Who knows? What a weird
Well,
game, though.
Lumi is quite good at Wisp, so I'll give it to him. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, Drasco says I have the best relocate, NACA and CN.
I think every relocate Lumi used when he played Wisp with me was to nothing.
What? I got you in the thick of things.
You put a lot of pressure on people. Andy.
How do I put pressure on anyone?
I feel no pressure from Andy. Andy just talks shit all the time.
Yeah, I hurt my feelings. I just want to play Dota.
I was like, one time I was playing really well in
what?
Andy's stream,
When did that
right?
happen?
And then I went in and got a 5-man coil and I died, right? I'll talk about that later. G's coming in deep. We're gonna see Tether for the blue balls. Anything? No, Salve's already there for
balls are gonna
Dendi.
smack him in the
Arrow's
face.
gonna hit on Jotum. Where's the tower? Kuroki comes in with the right click. He has no Tether mana. He's dead.
Beautiful.
Dondo making it work. So back to the good things, right? Like, I got a 5-man coil
Whoa.
You
And
had Aghanims on Puck.
against the team of no BKB, so it was literally 11-second disables.
How was it 11 seconds?
11.
It's 8-second trap, and then they stun themselves for 3 seconds. That's 11. 8 plus 3.
He's good at maths. This.
So after I do that, I die because, you know, I got chain stun, and then I tap out to see what's going on stream. You motherfucker just straight up reported me. Like, you don't report a guy that gets a 5-man coil. That's disrespect.
I did report you. That was so good. Ah, worth it. So worth.
You're not getting that report back, man.
Dude, I reported a lot of my friends.
Bubbles on my back.
Oh. You can just constantly toss things at him.
Yeah.
Because he has like infinite bottle regen. Pretty GG.
He's got treads too, so you can do the tread swap-a-rooney.
Swap-a-doodle.
Swap-arena. Something like that. Oh, NS running into a casual tree. Kuro's here as well. They've hopped the Stampede, but he's going to get lifted mid-Stampede. NS not quite able to get away. The Hex is there, but Dendi leaps in from the river. Gets himself another
This whole time as well, Havos is just having a good old laugh top lane.
Yeah, but the second and third highest farmers are Illidan and G. So I feel like the trading farm is still fine for VP. They just need to make sure not to give away too many more kills, because it's going to quickly get to a point where their supports are so behind Navi's supports.
I think Havos can kill him now.
Look at Havos. He's just like,
no
yep.
Stampede.
No Stampede. Yeah,
What
nice
a rage.
Okay.
You can actually just infest now.
Okay.
You can just infest now and kill him.
Oh no!
You just have it right click.
Oh wow, he's
no,
still alive.
one more hit. He's got.
Stomp and Fog? Stomp and Fog?
Okay. Stomperino.
No,
Got him. Oh.
That is so annoying, by the way. It's infuriating that that happens.
It really is.
Like, it should just walk you up and hit him.
Yeah.
There's no reason why that should happen.
What he has to do is like click on the ground.
Yeah,
and
you
then
have to click forward.
Yeah.
Like, you phase, and then you click forward, then you click the hero, then you click forward, then you click the hero.
It's like sailing. You have to go at angles.
Yeah, it's geometry,
Yeah.
something like that. Space and time. Lumi knows, you're a math guy.
I'm gonna say it's a coding problem.
No, it's sailing.
It's a coding problem.
Wind and shit.
Starboard.
And shit. Oh shoot.
I am actually amazed that he didn't die there.
That was really impressive.
Not only did he have broken tranquils, but he had an orb of venom on him, and he still didn't die.
That eating the tango was like amazing.
Yeah, you seen those
Yes,
like
him
Reddit
using his
threads.
item was incredible.
Well, I think using the item on the right tree, because there's only one tree.
That's true, and you don't get a second try.
Yeah, if he misses that tree...
Look, man, you
He's
can't tell me
deemed
you know exactly every juke craft in the jungle, right? Like,
What? What? He didn't eat the tree, Havos ate the tree.
He ate the tree to get out.
it was this Nelson Mandela. Mandela. Mandela.
We need to work on this.
Alright, middle lane, G. He's gonna get stampeded
pretty fast.
away, and that's
Fine.
Man, just charges at them.
yeah, he doesn't even care, but Funnick on the back, he's pretty much getting hit by 4 people, still gonna make it out though.
NS.
NS down. Kuro's auto attack from the river,
And
just
Funnick is so tanky.
from downtown.
Survived.
I don't even know what... Nelson Mandela.
He's just making stuff up now.
No, I'm trying to say words, but they're so difficult. And words, apparently, the right words have
Oh, G,
meanings.
telekinesis. There's a leap seed. Dendi coming in from the back as well. Leaps in with a Starstorm. Dendi gets a kill on Jotum. G drops as well.
Okay.
Dendi with the double.
He was against a dual lane mid. Sure, he got a little bit of help from Kuro on the Rubik, but he's like annihilating people.
Yeah, this is the thing though. Like, against teams like VP have, where you have 2 potential really hard carries, you just play as aggressively as possible. And since you know that the 1v1, like Arsar versus Havos, Arsar's never really going to be able to do anything.
He baited at the rage. He
All right,
still
here
has
we go
stomp.
again. Somebody cue the Benny Hill music. Oh, he actually mistimed his stomp.
Oh, God.
The Orb of Venom.
Okay.
All right, Havos. You can hit him, man. I believe in you.
Run. Just run. Okay, now the other way. Now the other way again. High skill jukes.
What the
Something
fuck?
like that.
Oh, and looks like middle they managed to kill Dendi.
Okay, I just want to say that before that happened, the mid lane.
The toss!
Oh my god.
Oh, Kuro, what a player.
Kuroki. The mid lane, by the way, is that a buyback?
What?
No?
No, he just killed Shao I'm sorry. Anyways, the mid lane was combined 0 and 5 against Dondo, who just had his first death. Like, the rotation coming out from Puppy as well as Kuroki is just absolutely amazing. And Kuroki, he's going to go for Arcane Boots.
I'm sorry.
What is it with you guys? Lumi's kicking over freaking cups of water. You're littering on the stage. Where's the respect, man?
Respect, but
Okay, so getting the kill on Dendi is actually pretty big.
Had a big streak.
Yeah, getting that gold, man. They need it. The one nice thing about VP's lineup is outside of, I guess, Illidan, and Morphling can fight early. It's just not always recommended. They have a pretty decent amount of burst damage, like between Centaur, Tiny Combo, Wisp, Ether Shock. Eventually, when NS finally manages to hit level 6, they'll have Mass Serpent Wards. They have a decent team in terms of being able to get a pick and quickly like snowball that into a tower. So that's nice for them. But I think if they give away too much more, Na'Vi are going to be like sitting very, very far ahead.
Yeah, I think at this point the items are starting to come out as well. So here comes a rotation on the bot lane. I mean, they still have to. I could never die Morphling thing still going for them, right?
Well, if they get him before he starts morphing, I think they can kill him.
At the same time, he only has 500 HP.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, he's low morph right now. But the thing is, they don't have a silence, so they can't stop him from
They have a
morphing.
lift. If they can lift before he starts.
You can morph while you're stunned.
We're gonna see a smoke gang heading to the mid
Didn't know
lane.
that.
Yep, you can morph while you're stunned,
Yep.
but you can't morph while you're silenced.
By the way, Puppy also has an Orb of Venom. Just
Telling it.
Yeah.
tree
Dude,
man.
when you punch somebody, and your punch poisons them, it's pretty
The
good.
poison punch.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's pretty legit on a tree too, because you know you could have like special type.
Oh my God,
that's
that's
a
a flying
flying
scissor.
centaur.
Holy
Dendi
shit, that
though with
scared
the
the
reaction.
shit
Now
out
he's
of
gonna
me.
get arrowed, and tower range gets thrown even farther into the tower. The double toss. Havos gets avalanched as he TPs in. The retreat now from
Overgrowth?
VP, but I don't think it's gonna be quite fast enough. Havos, he picks up 1 kill. Can he actually get 2? Nope. Another toss secured by Kuroki.
That scared the shit out of me.
Dude, the centaur actually got like in the camera.
Yeah, I was actually really close to the screen as well.
What's happening? And then Kuro's like, nah, you ain't leaving, man.
Oh.
You ain't going anywhere.
Well, it seems like that backfired a bit.
So I think we've been repeating that Virtus.Pro has that kind of lineup that can come back. I think we will really test that hypothesis because they really need to come back. They're going to lose all the tier 1s very, very soon, but they're going to fight mid. Relocate is back online. Here comes a Tiny again. G is going to be initiating Avatos. He's going to get Kuroki. Kuroki dead immediately. Great start. Jadam, though, going to get focused. Cheeryman walking in. He has Overgrowth, and he will use it right now. G pops his magic wand, but he's dropping fast, and he's going to be dead. But look at the burst damage. It's going to be a lift. There's a Hex on Kuroki who popped back. It's going to be a dieback because he just double edge under Mass Serpent Wards. Not recommended, but Dondo is going to get a kill before he retreats. Does not have lead mana, but walk it off with his face boots.
A huge fight from VP.
Dude,
Yeah,
that toss, he was like 300 range away and tossed a guy who wasn't even close to him onto somebody else. Like, what the heck was that?
It's fine.
But yeah, that's the kind of damage output that VP have. Yeah. And that was the first time that the Shadow Shaman has actually been level 6 in an engagement. Granted, he dropped his words for a support, but still.
Kill secured.
Like, yeah. They have that potential. And they got Overgrowth probably in one of the worst situations. The only good thing that happened is that Havost had used his rage earlier on in the fight, so by the time the combo came off cooldown, he basically ate like the full brunt of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when the toss came out, there was no way that he was going to be able to stop any of the damage, and the Centaur was there too with the double edge. So, big burst, man.
Yeah, also critically, after winning that fight, they get to go back to the lane and start pushing the lanes back out. Because when you have Relocate online, the lane spread out, you can find more kills.
Kill on bottom here.
Yeah, well, let's see if they could
Oh,
track
that's
him
gonna
down.
hurt.
Rip.
Okay. Not too hard to track him down when you just move fast.
Not really hard to track him down when you're made out of rocks. Magnets, man.
Fucking
I don't know, dude. It's getting late, okay? I didn't sleep that well.
Magnets, boys.
Okay, so Rubik stole double edge and doesn't have any points in no field. That's like an unusable skill, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he used it mid. That's how he died so quickly after that buyback.
I thought he got hit by wards. Oh, Illidan. And fighting Havost here in the top lane, just going to town.
I don't know if you want to fight him.
No, you really don't.
He's pretty slow as well.
Havost is quite fast, but he's just going to morph a couple of strength and just casually TP away. But he didn't have a replicate out, so that's actually some time wasted. Oh, lift here on our side. The double edge! Oh, so close. He's even going to use Stampede. He could have stolen it if he had been close enough.
Arrow of Destiny! Oh.
No, not even. You sound way too excited, man.
I love the
The
idea.
arrow direction that was thrown at and
No,
where the Centaur actually was did not warrant that level of excitement.
Well, I can't control the camera.
Yeah, but I saw the mini-map, so you can see which way the Centaur
Minimap's
went.
closer to you than me.
Okay, that's fair.
What kind of... Oh my goodness.
Look, if you're going to get that excited over something...
Man, why not get excited? I fucking love
Exactly, Shane. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Zen Dota.
Zen Dota, baby.
I'm too old. You damn kids and your Spirographs and your Morgan Freeman.
Fucking Morgan Freeman's.
Look, Nelson Mandela. I want to bot lane
Funny
here.
getting caught again.
Oh, the blocks.
Okay, okay. The balls.
Ooh, the one more ball.
Extend the
He's gonna
balls.
Extend.
No, he's super
okay.
dead, dude. Oh,
no,
the tree armor!
No, not super dead. The toss.
missed the toss!
How do you miss the toss? G gets lifted. He's gonna get tossed back. That doesn't miss. G is gonna be on the run. The avalanche hits like the whole team, but it's gonna be the poison tree man with the punches.
How do you miss that toss, dude?
Like sometimes you misclick.
I gotta say, Kuro's probably having an absolute blast this game.
Yeah, stealing all this cool
Top
shit.
lane here.
Avos?
Okay. Blink
That's a big
dagger.
kill.
Yeah.
That's a big kill. I mean, let's just forget about the fact that Kuro's 5-2 and 8 in level 9.
That dieback though.
That dieback hurt him. I'm not gonna say it didn't, but I think he's actually. If you look at the net worth of supports, the Wisp is worth 1,100. The Shadow Shaman is 1,700. Then the next highest is 3K, and that's Puppy. And Kuro's a little bit above him, but one support is worth both of the supports right now on VP, and that ain't good.
Nah, man. These supports are. They drop their ults. They're gonna be relevant, and that's honestly they still be relevant. They don't really need much gold, to be honest. These two supports.
4 staffs do not hurt against Lifestealer.
That's true.
And a Ghost Scepter.
And a Ghost
That's
Scepter.
true.
Wouldn't hurt.
Like, they get a lot better with items, but they're perfectly serviceable without, as we see Mass Serpent Ward being dropped on the top line.
Point proven.
I think this is a good thing. Like, being able to even get in this position in the first place is nice. G gonna get arrowed in mid. Havos following it up here.
Highlight die him
Off the
out!
rage. Yep, he's out.
And that's why Wisp will have no items. Buy quick man, buy them wards.
I thought there would be people TPing in to actually
I think
fight
he can
this.
live. I think yeah, I think he can.
He's gonna get lifted.
TP on Centaur.
Oh, he brings G back in. The vacuum
Okay.
TP there as well. Wall drop. Funnick actually getting bursted quite hard. So is Kuro. They're actually both gonna go down. It's 3-for-1 right now in favor of VP. Dendi's out of there, man. The long distance toss. He leaps away before
He's
the
got
stomp
blink.
goes off.
No mana though. Oh, that nerf. Well, he had a max stomp hoof. Hoof stomp.
That nerf.
That burst, man. I'm telling you.
Alright.
That burst. By the way, the nerf had nothing to do with that hoof stomp.
Yeah, 'cause max
they only
level hoof
nerfed.
stomp.
Yeah, it's the
the
same.
starting.
Yeah, the
Mana.
starting one. Because it used to be 80, I think. Now it's 130 at all ranks.
Suddenly that Shadow Shaman's right back. Arcane Boots finish.
Or was it 90? I think it was 90. 90, 100.
Less mana.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, less mana.
Math is hard. 1 minute, please. Poor Jotum. He's died so many times, his spirit's no longer even a part of Dota. He's just like, he's just a ball of shadows.
Not even the light.
He's 1 in 7, man.
I'm having this idea that the universe of Dota is the same as Dragon Ball. You know, like people like die and revive.
With the
10
beads.
times.
What was the bead things?
The balls. Oh no, the Zensu beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like.
Senju beans only helped you if you were already alive, though. They couldn't bring you back from the dead.
Yeah, but every like Christmas they got the dragon and he brought everyone back.
Yeah, it's like let's revive everyone that died this season. Yay!
And then
Reset.
they'd always find some way of reviving everyone, even though they couldn't actually do it like technically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was always a,
There was
no,
always a
a catch.
loophole.
No,
Yeah.
this dragon cannot do it, but he has a guy that knows a guy.
Yeah, his mate from the round the
Right.
corner.
And
Yeah.
you just go to the other planet and ask for.
They have them as well. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh. We can get them
So
revived.
how does Acceptor Reaper side fit into this? Like, somebody just dead.
Well, I mean, it's
Get the balls,
to be
man.
continued.
I see.
To be continued.
All right, we're back in the game. We'll never find out.
We'll never know. Next time on Dragon. Alright, I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Yes.
It's pretty much all that anime is anyway. It's just
Yeah, like
next time.
probably 10 minutes of every episode is dedicated to previously on Dragon Ball Z, and then
next
next
time
time
on
on Dragon
Dragon
Ball Z. You get like 10 minutes of next time on Dragon Ball Z.
It's so fucking true.
That's fine. Everybody watch that fucking show, man. All right, so Lincoln's going to be the first item choice on Illidan here. He's actually quite farmed. Like, he hasn't died at all. He's 4-0.
He's doing well.
He's got like 90 plus CS.
I think. Okay, this is 2 stages of the game. I see.
Okay.
Dondo gets really mega fat. He's always well on his way there. Like, I'm talking about Manta, Lightning Lord, and probably like Daedalus or Butterfly.
I think he
MKB.
might get a BKB.
Sure.
honestly.
Like, in any case, like he's gonna get fat.
Okay.
The team's gonna wreck for some, and then Shotgun comes out, and then VP's gonna wreck for some more.
Illidan literally gets a gun.
Yes.
Bringing a gun to a Dota game.
It's just.
That's just
Poor.
rude, first
Yeah,
of all, but
it's
like.
BM.
Oh, he waited really long on that. That number 1 was like fading away on that replica.
Ah, it's fine.
Getting that value.
Yeah, exactly. He got the full crew pit.
So what are you saying, Lumi? That you're saying VP are going to have that point in the game, like 35 minutes or so, where they're going to have like 2 or 3 items in the Morphling. The Tiny is going to be insanely tanky, and then there's like the potential for the turnaround, or you just
Yeah,
like,
they're going to turn around and then
okay.
probably win the game.
I think
but before that, Navi's going to have a peak point.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Darkseer Wall is still really good, though. Like, against a Morphling carry, Darkseer Wall is probably one of the best anti-carry methods you can have against the hero.
cleaves all of them, and they all die.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. The Tiny also has huge base damage, which is also good for illusions.
Yeah, that's true.
So Tiny and Morphling, like, being made into illusions is a pretty big deal. So there's always that factor as well.
I also think the later the game goes on, that Tiny Wisp is like the strongest probably combo, because you can like split push and
It's really
fire at
strong.
the same time.
Yeah, it is very strong. There's more than just like one dimension to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know, man. It's going to be a close game. I mean, given how well Navi played during the beginning stages, you would say, okay, yeah, they're just like going to win. But it's really not the case.
You almost feel like Navi needed that kind of start
Yeah.
to have a chance to ultimately win the game.
Well, considering how greedy VP were.
I don't think VP
Were
were
they
that
greedy?
greedy.
I don't think they were. Like, I think they had good lanes.
The only thing that was greedy about their lineup is they have a Morphling and the Shadow Shaman needs levels. Because I say running a greedy lineup is having a safe lane tri-lane with these types of heroes where you're not really getting anything out of it other than just keeping your Morphling safe. But they didn't do that, right?
Okay.
They did a dual lane, and then they did another dual lane. So the only greed they needed outside of the Morphling, who needs gold, is everyone else needing EXP. But Illidan's here. He's alone. They need a way to break his Lincolns, though. It's going to get broken straight away. There's the Fade Bolt. They're not going to be able to disable him. No arrow thrown out. Illidan actually going to get hit by this. He can still continue to morph stats. Are they going to be able to actually take him down? Waveform still on cooldown
They're
for another
not
2
even
seconds.
using Stampede. Like, he's so sure that he's going to
dead.
survive. And not... Okay,
what?
they had Stampede the whole time, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but Puppey was in range to Overgrowth. Like, if he had been fast enough, I think it wouldn't have mattered. And Morph is now stolen for Kuro, so now he has, like, infinity HP.
Man, when
I
that
think
arrow...
you go Agi.
When that arrow was coming, Stampede would have been nice to get
Never
him.
go full edgy.
What was that? That was like 2 years ago, that
Yeah,
came
it was a long time ago.
out. And the Invoker kept on Sunstriking where he was respawning.
Yeah.
So hard.
So, for those of you out there who are a Rubik and you steal Morph, you go to full strength, but you buy an armor item because your effective HP is not really going to be that good. But Puppey, gonna get dusted here. Avalanche gonna miss. They're gonna commit their Mass Serpent Wards to this push, but they're not focusing on the tower, so Funneck's just gonna take a little bit of damage.
Well, they have
some
free
gold
so
for
it
Dendi.
seems pointless.
Yeah, like the chip damage isn't really gonna do anything.
Yeah.
So they can just like armor it back up.
He's
Don't
the
commit to
Lightning Lord.
fight. Yeah. Pavos is pretty damn farmed.
Yeah, also the Blink Dagger is almost coming out from Kuroki. That's going to give them a pretty good way to get their Life Stealer into the fight if they want to feast in, but maybe they'll just feast into the Mirana. In any case, I feel like Heroes is going to be a big factor in these coming team fights as well.
Oh, Dendi gets hexed. Tabos coming in from the back. He wants to go for Jotum. Stampede going to be used. Where's the relocate? Is he just not going to use it? Oh, arrow dodge. He's super dead though. Wow. Okay, splat.
Fine, Carrie's made it out.
Worth it. Actually, Kuro might just go for a Force Staff or a Blink, yeah. I think Blink is probably still fine.
Yeah.
It just bugs me to see 0 armor, you know? It's like, I'm gonna get hit by one thing.
Treant, one chop punch.
Explode, right? Good thing Treant's on his team.
That is a good point.
He's got 1,600 health.
Yeah, he's fine. He's grand.
Illidan going for the tower here. Uses a replicate. Havos is actually inside.
Yep,
They're gonna leap in. Oh man,
out of
Illidan
there,
did some
man.
trouble.
Get out of it.
No.
No, not a chance. And the tower, I think, is gonna get denied too.
I just want to say that these two
Oh,
kills,
it's not in the eye range.
On
It's gonna heal
Illidan?
it.
Illidan's, they are fully preventable. Like, do better plays by Illidan or better plays by his team.
Well, I can see why he died there. Like, not knowing that there was a Life Stealer inside of the Mirana. Like, sure, you're going to contest for the tower last hit, right? Like, you don't want Illidan to get the tower, so it makes sense that Dendi would be there. But you don't know for sure if Havost is actually inside of him.
I think you just, when you're playing this kind of greed lineup, or greed in the sense that you have two very, very good late game carries,
This is really annoying.
you just don't take any risk. But
I presume the AC is for Vost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows the color of the player, but it shows the wrong name.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They really need to fix that.
I'm sure it'll be patched in. It's not a hard fix. At least I don't imagine it
How do
being a
you
hard
know?
fix.
You a wizard?
Maybe.
Radiant's bottom tower
You'd be a
is
good
under
wizard.
attack.
I would be a pretty decent wizard. I'm old enough.
we found out that Andy's a good foreman,
No,
a
he's
cop,
not.
and a blind.
A blind man.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Apparently I just wear bowls on my head. Don't know what that was about.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he had a bonus.
Yeah, I just said a bowl.
bowl?
Yeah, just a bowl. A fruit bowl.
I thought that was just like some.
I just found it and put it on my head.
I don't know. I thought you were more like a wearing a ham guy. Just a ham hock and spoon. Why not, man?
Yeah, why not?
All right, so Illidan with just his Lincolns is looking a little bit naked right now in comparison to like the Midas, Drums,
Dire's
AC,
middle tower is
Armlet,
under
Lifestealer, and the Mjolnir, Yasha, almost BKB, Dendi.
Illidan, please.
Okay, he's good. He's good.
Oh, Stampede here in top lane. They're just out though, man. They don't want to fight this at all. NS drops a Sentry. They're still
Okay.
kind of hanging around for the time being. They
Both
know
his
there's
ages for,
detection
like,
down.
30 seconds.
Ooh, the
That-
avalanche
what?
missed. Toss him
Oh,
away,
no,
get him away.
G.
G's gonna get lifted. He's gonna get arrowed. He's trying to run out of there, but you're not running out of there. Actually, if you look at, oh,
I think they wait. It's the old waiting game.
yeah, I don't think you could bring anybody back into this fight.
This poor, poor Wisp, man.
Ta-da!
Doesn't even matter.
Lightning is extremely effective against balls.
At least Centaur's blocking the camp in the jungle, right? Illidan, he's
Oh,
actually going to get
God,
lifted
the
and tossed
plays.
back into the creep wave.
I think Kuroki.
Nice, he's fine. No, maybe not. Oh, Arsart comes in. Double Edge going to be there. Arrow
Oh,
to follow it up.
Illidan.
Kuro's still alive. All right, eventually it does
Dendi's the
drop.
lightning lord.
Oh, God. The lightning's everywhere.
Wait
Illidan wants to kill.
for-
Oh, that might have been a little bit too aggressive.
Poop
He has a
the la.
replicate out, though. Lincoln's going to be popped. Dendi wants to go back in. This man knows no
Go, go,
fear.
go.
Gets surged. Urn also used. Illidan on the run. He's got a replicate out right now.
Yeah, meanwhile,
NS.
NS is just like stuck there. Please help me, anybody. No, nobody helps me, team.
No one can help him.
Oh
Who is
no!
supposed to help him there?
Toss him away. Get the Batman away, guys. No leap into Dondo, please.
All
The
right.
no items at all on Wisp is definitely hurting.
Well,
He's dying like once every 2
Well,
minutes.
you don't need items on Wisp.
You need something.
don't need it.
You need to not die a million times.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, you need items.
No, you could just do it through good plays.
If Dendi even puts Mjolnir on anyone, he's just going to fall over.
You just stay back, man. Don't get hit.
Have you seen the range of this laser thing? Laser device.
If you're just getting hit anywhere on the map, you're going to get Mjolnired.
Radiant's middle
That's
tower
kind of how it
is
worked
under
last
attack.
patch, actually. Because it was based on where the target was that was hitting you, not
Yeah.
you.
Toss him
Oh,
up.
Wolf just turns around. He wants to
Oh,
man
my
fight.
God.
Shot him. No, please. The lightning, the
Oh,
vacuum wall
oh.
into the overgrowth. Illidan manages to wave form up, but she unfortunately is not quite so lucky. Another Mad Serpent Ward's used,
Illidan?
but it really just does not matter. A double kill for Dendi, beyond godlike. Now Illidan in some trouble, and I'm pretty sure they still Stampede as
Okay.
well. Oh, defensive stun from Arsart. Hits on Havost and Dendi.
He's
They're going to turn
punching.
around. No, Illidan's still alive. Arsart maybe not so lucky. Gets hit by an arrow in the well. Give him the tripler. Arsart buys back. Still trying to valiantly defend. I think the only one playing objective gaming is Havost right now, but he has like no HP.
That's not like him at all.
He's killing that
Get
Rax,
in that
man.
well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh.
That rage timing. Arsart, you've made a horrible mistake, my friend. I'll sing tales of your valor.
It's like I still remember that top, juke. I got this.
Oh,
Look
Illidan?
at that. Adapt the strike.
To Blake
What?
Lincoln.
Literally
stun?
Beastmaster roar.
Yeah.
What's stun?
Attack.
Oh, Dendi. No, he's fine.
Radiant's
Oh, he gets hexed.
He's a chicken.
Axe is a pig? He says that. Turn him into a pig.
So,
Yep.
we talked about the Navi peak.
Is this her?
Yep.
We're at the peak
I
now.
think Navi just in general outplayed low like the whole game.
Yeah.
Right. Like there was just consistently Navi finding the better engagements, getting the kills, finding the farm. There was never a point in the game where
These
I really
arrows from Dendi are annihilating them as well.
yeah.
But at this point of the game, I don't think VP is out of the game as much as Empire was out of the game last
I
game.
think VP are pretty out of the game.
Nah, man.
Let's have a little Google.
I think they're like
Ah.
reasonably out of the game.
Nah, man. This is where you start like going around,
well,
picking
yeah.
up people,
Dire's
relocate.
middle
Again,
tower
you play
is
for the 1%.
Dire's
I don't think we're at 1% yet. We're like at
3.
maybe like 3, yeah.
I think if Jotum cannot
Get him! Dondo!
Oh.
If you kill Dondo here, big play.
No, they can't even kill him, man.
Illidan.
Oh, he wants to go in.
Okay,
What was that
He's got
waveform?
replicates fine.
Yeah, but
okay.
God, that poor Wisp. Oh, the ward's actually
The ward
trapped
trap on
Tiny.
G.
Oh,
GY!
Bless his
Oh,
cotton socks.
NS, why do you hate your team so much? And Master Serpent Wards actually got stolen. They're only level 1. Oh my god. Okay, this game is not looking great for VP.
He doesn't even have to rage.
Look
just
at
wait.
how much damage he does, man. He's not even going to steal another spell. Yeah, he just wants to keep Master Serpent Wards.
They go bottom, get Rex.
I am actually kind of surprised VP didn't just call GG.
Dendi is 16-1-14. That's a pretty good score.
Decent.
Andy, you're very
ain't bad.
surprised that any team doesn't call GG when they lose like one fight.
Okay, dude, they're Raxed. There's a 21 kill lead, and there's like a 25,000 experience and gold lead, and their Shadow Shaman isn't even level 11 at 30 minutes in.
The 2%, man. Actually, I'm gonna say it's like right now it's like 1%.
It's going down
Literally
quick.
less than 1%.
Well, they lost a big fight mid, man. Lost a big fight mid.
I mean, I admire like going for the gusto, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I get that.
My pet thanks you.
Have you never?
Wait. Don't VP need to win this game to stay in the DreamLeague?
They
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
They do.
Never give up, never
Exactly.
surrender.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they're going for the gusto.
Alright.
Andy,
fine.
have you never won one of those games where you came back against all odds?
I have come back from one Mega Creep game.
There you go.
in my whole life.
Live the dream.
What is this? The Little Giants? There's always that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
time.
The one
Exactly.
time.
All right, man. Nobody but Bruno got that. Maybe Shane got it. Oh yeah, the bike race speech or whatever when they're on the field. Yeah, but that was when they were talking about how they would
Yeah,
always
yeah.
race their bikes, and it was the guy from Honey I Shrunk the Kids. What was his name?
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. Yeah, he was doing it.
That's the like reject.
High five,
team,
Andy.
isn't it?
Yeah. All right, sorry, we got sidetracked, but it's fine.
One has fallen to the dire.
Navi doing the Navi thing.
Yeah, Denny's gonna have a butterfly soon, or actually right now. Never mind.
Oh,
he
this is
actually
the
has the whole thing.
desperation pre-GG smoke.
This is the
Pre-GG smoke? How does that work?
I mean, if it doesn't work out, it's a
You just
GG
GG.
afterwards.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
God.
Havos.
Yeah.
No, shot him.
Okay, he's
Go
fine.
ball, go!
All right, Funnick, he gets stomped. Arsart doing some damage. Dendi forces pop the BKB, air off the mark, but Havos kills Jotum pretty much instantaneously. Illidan gets thrown in to the enemy team. Probably not what they wanted to do, and I think this is pretty much the beginning of the end because, simply put, they just don't have the damage anymore. They don't have it, man. Arsart's gonna get chased down. The Lightning Lord himself.
He just turns around. With
Oh, and the courier just walks past the Master Serpent Wards as if it wasn't already. Well, actually, that was Navi's courier. Never mind. No finishing the butterfly for the score
Illidan.
screen for you.
Bottom tower is up now.
So we, I think we can cue the Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me for VP.
This happened to me. I've made my mistakes. Got nowhere to run.
All right, enough of that. That's not Simple Minds, by the way.
No, it's not. Simple plan.
Simple Plan, yeah.
Close enough.
Simple Minds did the Don't You
Forget about me. Anyways, both are fitting since VP are not anymore with any chances of qualifying to DreamHack Summer.
Yep.
Long live the king.
Long lit. Wrong
He's
part?
not a king.
Wrong
but-
game.
Wrong, yeah.
Wrong players.
But yeah, there we had it. It was VP versus Navi. This was one of the cases where, as Andy said at the beginning of the game, VP had the better draft in general.
I thought their team was great. I didn't see, like, the way they landed actually ended up being pretty good as well.
Yeah.
But it was just Na'Vi outplaying. Like, honestly, the tree roaming on mid really screwed them. Like, there were no wards on the bottom side of the map, so every time Puppy left the lane, it's like, okay, yeah, Puppy's missing, but...
We don't know.
Yeah, it's like, he comes out of the woods.
I think that one time they tried to dive him with Wisp Tiny as well, and he just arrowed the Wisp. It was just like, oh god.
Yeah. I think they got a little bit overzealous because they realized, like, the burst damage potential with a Tiny and a Wisp, you can kill people, like, you know, boom, dead. But they could never really find a clean engagement. They never got kills and got away, or got kills and got a tower. It was always like a really messy engagement, and they get some kills, but they never really got anything huge.
Yeah, that was pretty much the story of the game. And the standings right now, they look a little bit like this, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm kind of rushing into this because maybe we don't have the standings. No, yeah,
We got
Webbas.
sending.
Webbas is good. Webbas is good. So yeah, Virtus.Pro with those 9 losses, they're kind of like in the same position as Meet Your Makers. They're out of the or Team Liquid. They're out of the competition. They can finish maybe higher than 10th place, but at this point it's just consolation.
Do they
every
gain more money if they go up to 7?
No, it's from 7th to 12th. Everyone gets the same amount of money, which is 5% of the extended price.
Extend.
Yeah, extended price pool. That's correct. So if it's on $135,000 right now, they get like something like $6,700
Pretty
for a
good.
team. It's not that bad. But most importantly, they will have to fight with ROG skis. And this is kind of like the other important thing they can still fight for who is not in the last place. Because whoever gets into the last place of the Dream League, next season will have to re-qualify.
I thought that was Sigma.
Yeah, but each region,
division.
each
Yeah.
division.
Okay.
So you have Sigma for Europe West. That's convinced. Whoever gets from Europe East,
Liquid, isn't it?
and Liquid from Europe, from North America. Unless, I think no, there's no unless. They're probably going to be last. So yeah, that was it, and that was the end of the week. So we kind of have to pick an MVP of the week. And we had, let me just recall, you had 2 Navi games.
Yep.
We had 3 dog games. Sorry, 2 dog games.
Misery.
3 Empire games. 3 Rockskis games. And 1 Cloud9 game. I am kind of inclined to say, I wanted to say it's, for me, it's between Misery and Mag.
Yeah.
I would say Misery and... I don't know if Mag is an MVP for me.
Nope.
Remember that juke with the axe?
They had a 1 good axe game, but the whole week they were 1 and 2.
Well, I'm not
No,
basing
Empire is still one.
basing
Yeah.
like
They won?
MVP around if they won or not. I'm just basing the MVP around like if I
Place.
actually think they played it
Okay.
well enough to be MVP.
Yeah, they're 2-1. Sorry.
I think Misery had a harder job in his game. Like when he was playing Sand King, like he was put into the freaking fire, right?
Don't forget about the Skyrap Mage game as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I
a good
mean,
game.
Yeah.
he roamed from bottom to top and it worked.
Yeah.
I think Misery.
Misery. Misery. Misery. Misery it is. It is going to be the MVP of this week. Bless you, my friend.
Gesundheit.
So if you actually voted for Misery in the Facebook page, not anymore, it doesn't count. You are in the run for
Rocket Glow.
Rocket Glow. I was going to say Glowcat Row.
No,
It's
sounds
like-
good.
Glowcat Row. Rocket Glow keyboard. Jesus, Lumi.
This power of your sneeze actually forces you under the
Yeah,
desk.
he's like, he goes
That's
down.
really
He's like,
impressive.
Well, I don't want to spray over on this
that's why you use
expensive
Rocket
Rocket
could-
Glow.
So just
Right.
continue. Just
But don't you want your
freaking-
man cells in there?
Oh, jeez, enough of the man cells, Bruno. Come on.
Okay, so here, Jesus, I'm gonna call out for help right now.
Okay.
I have one of my friends on the line,
Okay.
Is it Dondo?
and I'm going to say, hello, Dendi, how's it going?
Hello, all good. How are you?
Good, good. Congratulations for winning today.
Yeah.
You're really good. I think
Yeah.
someone told you once or twice that you're kind of like a good player, right?
Yeah, I heard it once.
Yeah. Don't
Before.
believe the lies.
Not a matchmaking.
So
yeah,
yeah,
I'm 5.4 already. Anyone close to me?
God.
getting there, getting there. Do you play much solo matchmaking recently?
Yeah, I tried to.
What's your goal? Like, what will you feel comfortable with? 5.6, 6.
I don't have goal to climb matchmaking, like rating. My goal is to practice as much as possible till TI.
Okay, that's great. So guys, I mean, I'm gonna let you start with today's game. So, is there anything you want to ask Dendi since we have him here?
Yeah, I actually had a question. In terms of Mirana, that's a hero that I actually don't get to see you play a lot. Was that a hero you wanted to play? Or was that just a hero Puppy was like, yeah, you're playing this?
I don't know. I think in the last pick we decided to switch. Mirana was like carry. Was the plan that she gonna be carry hero, but when we picked Nyx and I had no choice to go mid and suck XP because Tiny last hit is like 3 times bigger than mine. That was fun.
Hey, it worked out.
It worked out. Yeah. So, well, Lumi's thinking of something because
No, I got a question.
Oh, you okay? Good.
I'm just actually quite worried for Navi because every other team we ask about Navi, it's like, oh, Navi's not practicing much. And I think you guys also say that you guys are not practicing enough. So how's your team's prospect for this year's TI? Are we going to see another finals for Navi? Because I think a lot of teams, caster players, don't even have Navi as one of the top teams going to TI.
Well, I don't mind what people think about us. I see us strong, but right now we're just out of practice at all. So it's really pays off, like first game we play some observer ward going onto the ground and stuff like this.
So let's say you guys decide, okay, we're going to practice starting whatever, tomorrow, next week. How long do you think it takes the team to practice together seriously until you are into a point that's like, well, we're strong now? Is it like 1 week practice is enough? 1 month practice? How much do you think you need?
I think every team is different, so I can't really say what's gonna help us and how much practice gonna save us from not playing very bad.
Okay. Have you been, speaking of practice, have you been playing a little bit with 681? Did you find anything that you really like from this version?
I liked Lina buff. Sadly, I'm not gonna have it solo mid, I guess. Maybe someday.
What do you think about Tusk in the new patch?
It's pretty fun. It's really cool. Really great change.
Yeah.
I like Zeus. I think he's overpowered right now. I don't even think that BKB can stop him at some point.
Really?
Yeah, it looks really strong to me. Strange that team's not using it.
That's good. Okay, so this is actually going to... we don't want to take much of your time, but looking at the teams that are like on the top right now, even of the DreamLeague, you have Empire, Cloud9, Alliance, and Team Dog, and then you have Navi and EG. But like out of those four, you have Cloud9, Empire, Alliance, and Team Dog. Is there any of those four that you think are really, really strong right now?
Oh, it's hard for me to actually push someone up. They all look strong to me. I don't know.
Okay.
Everyone's good.
Everyone's good.
Yeah.
That's what you want, though, before a big competition, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you have to beat them all.
On people, like thoughts of the game and so on. Like someone finds something really powerful and strong, and when other teams steal it, and what's going on and on. And some teams just afraid to find something new, and some teams trying to. So it's like the team who gonna do it faster, going to be on top.
That's great. Okay, so to close this, unless anyone has any other question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Qualifiers are coming up, so I guess Navi as a team has maybe a little bit more free time, because with Puppy as well as Kuroki coming to the EU HUD, the better HUD. Are you cheering for any teams, especially in the Europe division, since I guess a lot of these guys are your friends?
There are a lot of people I would like to see on TI, so I won't point out someone exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
Such a politician. Okay, Dendi, one last thing. If you qualify to the DreamHack Summer, which, I mean, you still have to win a couple more games to make sure that you qualify, but I really trust your capacity to do so. If you go into DreamHack Summer and we meet each other there, if I give you a cool jacket like the ones that I use, would you use it for me on one game?
Yeah, sure, why not? It's going to be fun.
I like that. Cool. Okay, it's a promise. I'll see you there then. Thank you very much for joining us today, and hope the best for the next matches on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, thank you. See you guys.
See you. Bye-bye.
Have fun.
That was Dendi. For the Humble guy.
Wait, that was Dendi?
Yes.
Oh.
Not Sing Sing.
I didn't know.
Not Sing Sing. Just Dendi. But yeah, I mean, very what a politician, right? Like, he didn't want to single anyone out, like either for good or for bad.
Well, he does have a lot of friends from
the
region, right? Like Rockkiss and whatnot.
Yeah, but like normally some players wouldn't mind saying like, yeah, I like these guys, or just...
I'm trying to think, like, back to last year, around qualifier time. Were there this many teams where you could honestly say you didn't know who was going to beat them?
What was it? DD, Dota, and Sigma? Weren't they
they were the ones who went in like one of the
DD and
qualifiers.
Sigma
But I'm not speaking in terms of just the qualifiers. I'm talking about like TI itself.
Right.
Like, was it this stiff competition, or do people just think that there were going to be like two teams?
I mean, there was a little bit of kind of maybe misjudging of some teams, I would say. I think people
that still happens,
hailed LGD China a little bit stronger than it was.
Yeah.
And
they went through LG China.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then they're
saying like
they lost in the
like
against Liquid.
Liquid, yeah.
When people were like, oh no, they're going to stop.
That was
Liquid,
insane.
Right?
That was such an insane game.
Kind of the same with IG, I would say. People were expecting IG to go to the finals, and they got 5th, 6th.
Well, the IG thing, because they were the champions the year before. right?
Yeah, you got to ride the hype
Yeah.
train for TI. Oh, I get that, but I just think that this year is like every region actually has a team who can contend like top 3.
Be the
positions.
TI champion.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which last year, I mean, as much as I love NA Dota, I didn't think that an NA team was going to finish top 3.
Yeah.
So this year I could say that maybe it will happen.
I think it'd be hilarious seeing the Team Dog logo on the like a massive banner.
You have no idea how many people have offered them. Just like,
well, it's awesome.
I'll make you a new logo.
Yeah.
Please, I'll make you a real logo. And they're like, no, this is
They're
cool,
not
man.
sellouts, man.
No, totally not.
Maybe they're just expensive.
Want to go back a little bit to Dendi? I just, when you guys were talking, I was just pointing out, he played today and actually did the interview with 39 degrees of fever. That's like almost 100 in Fahrenheit.
Holy poop.
Like 96 or 90. I don't know.
What's
Like,
with players playing a lot better when they're
Uh,
like drugged up
yeah.
or sick?
And he actually came for the interview
What a
and
player.
showed up.
What a superstar.
I think there's like a clarity to being like almost numbed, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
sometimes
it's
when you're
just
playing a
muscle
game
memory.
like
No,
Dota,
it's not. No, he's.
No,
it's just
Sorry,
like-
I have Milton saying that 39 degrees is 102.2 in Fahrenheit, and I know it's definitely not.
I have no idea.
102.2 in Fahrenheit is a lot.
He would probably be in the hospital.
Yeah, I can do.
Actually,
Or-
isn't
No,
39 a
no.
bit rather
Keep talking.
high?
Keep talking.
Anyway.
102
Keep
What
talking.
were we talking about? Oh,
is,
right.
is around
drugs.
accurate. Yeah.
No, we weren't.
No, we weren't.
Actually, I'm very surprised for him to say that
We're
Zeus
talking
is
about-
Oh
overpowered.
wow, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Holy fuck. That's a
I am
lot.
sure it's not like that.
I was lectured.
Yeah, but I mean, that's impressive. I think there's like, you know, when you take like painkillers and stuff or something and you're like, oh, I'm tired. I think there's like a certain point where you're like, you're not thinking about everything that could happen. You're just
Yeah.
thinking about what you need to do.
And you rely on muscle memory more than.
Yeah.
And like
I don't know.
if you've been playing it for years, it's just.
Yeah.
Pretty
thing.
good. Yeah, it is
That's
definitely a thing.
It is a thing.
So is Zeus overpowered?
I think Zeus is really good.
I don't think
I
he's
don't
overpowered.
know about OP.
Where do you still play a mid?
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, this is what you have to say. He says OP, like, that's emotional. You kind of like players
Right,
are
it's
emotional
preference.
sometimes. But he said, even when you go BKB,
you can't.
and that's like actually really interesting because that's not an emotional statement. That's a rational statement. That's like, even if they go BKB, Zeus is still good.
Yeah, but I think what he means is like the damage output of the hero is what makes him so strong. And even if one particular hero goes BKB, if that hero is forced into a BKB because of Zeus, then that means that it's still a good thing because you're forcing the opponent into a position that they normally wouldn't have to go into. And plus, since he does so much damage, you can pick a lot more flexible lineups around him, like maybe more control-oriented. Like we saw Rubik and Shadow Demon earlier can work with Zeus lineups because you want to keep the Zeus safe, and he does enough damage on his own to supplement two heroes who might not be bursty. So
Right.
Right, but here's the thing. All of that is true. But what has changed this patch was Arc Lightning has a better cast
I
point.
think it's the two patches.
Yeah, it's both
Yeah.
of them
What-
combined.
I think
yeah.
it's 6.8 and 6.81.
What did they change the patch before that?
They
for Zeus?
increased the arc lightning range.
Okay, so just
by
Arc
a
Lightning
lot.
gets much better.
Yeah.
Like you have 800 range now,
A50.
Okay.
I think. Is it 850?
I think it's A50.
So
850 sounds right.
you're basically in such a position that unless you're pushing into like a tier 1 that you're ungankable. Like you're so far away.
Okay. So
yeah, just-
you're just saying backline Zapparino everybody.
Just get
Yeah.
a few clarity potions and just get all the last.
Now, drafting around him is a little bit more tricky. I'm sure you can do it,
Yeah.
but you would
Shadow Demon sounds good. If you get to the.
well, I mean it was kind of like just a random
Yeah, but do it-
support setup. But
blow anyone up.
the important thing about picking heroes like that is they have to be protected in some way. So maybe you just run like an aggressive lane, force the opponent to react to your aggressive lane, keep the Zeus safe that way. There's ways you can do it, but you have to have a specific style to play him, I think.
Get a tree and tell him to stay in the trees.
Stay in the trees.
That's good. So, guys, the week is over, but not really. Because there will be matches on Saturday and Sunday. For people who don't know or didn't tune in yesterday, first of all, we're going to look at the schedule. We start really early. The pre-show starts at 14:30.
Okay.
So 2:30 CEST, that is.
Sweden time.
We will have 6 games. The first 3 games are going to be MYM versus Empire, kind of like the strongest versus the weakest right now. Still, it's going to be an interesting game to watch. And then Fnatic. Fnatic, they need to play a lot of games right now, and they're all really important for them because they're in that dreaded 7th position. You don't want to just be out of the competition, just that. So they're going to play against Team Dog and Alliance, no less. they'll have to take at least one of these 2 games in order to actually make an impact, and hopefully the 2 of them. Otherwise, their chances to get into the top 6 are going to get harder and harder, especially with Navi winning today.
Was it just 3 games?
No, there will be another 3 games. We will show them in a bit.
Okay.
Because in the meantime, the announcement is, while you wait for the other 3 games, is that Saturday and Sunday there's going to be an open studio. So if you find yourself around Stockholm in the this weekend, you can go to dreamhack.se. That's the webpage of DreamHack, and there's going to be an article about this Saturday and Sunday. So you can go there, and there's a form where you can register, and you can say, I want to come on Saturday or Sunday or both days. The studio can hold up to like more than 100 people, I heard.
20,000.
20,000.
At least.
Yeah.
Easy.
Key Arena, no joke. No, but really, like we can hold, I think, more than 100 people here. So there's going to be a lot of people coming. 150, says production, which sounds like a nice number.
I don't know where, to be honest.
I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, like I think it's a bold statement.
I believe.
Personal space is a relative term.
Right. Like, like all that part. Yeah. I can see it. Yeah. Like the thing is, there's lots of boxes now, but if you remove all these boxes,
no, there actually is quite a large amount.
There's actually quite a big space. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to come and just go to dreamhack.se, find that form, register, and we'll see you on Saturday and Sunday. We will all be here, just doing what we do, and you will see what we'll do while the games are on. James and me, right? Where we get like James live streaming Diablo in between games and me playing with my phone.
People would know the truth.
Oh no.
Can't have that.
It's dark.
Can't have that.
It's dark.
No, it will look like respectful and just stand here and serious. But enough of that. We do have the other 3 games, so we're going to show them right now. And it's going to be after the other 2 games. Cloud9 versus Navi. Again, important game for Cloud9 if they want to secure the number 1. For Navi, if they don't want to lose that edge they have against Fnatic. And EG in a very similar position to Navi as well. I mean, they're 6-4. They still have to play 4 games. But they can easily turn into a 6-8 if they go really, really bad. And that will hurt them a lot. Because Fnatic, with only 5 losses so far, they're just 1 loss behind. 1 loss, either against Alliance or MYM, is going to be something that can put EG in a lot of trouble. So Alliance, they can be the slayer of dreams, either with Fnatic or with EG. If they look as well as they did today, they perfectly can.
I want to poke your brain about something, since you just brought that up. Which I think is a really good, not a really good brain, but a really good point. Okay, so Dendi, we just had an interview with him, and he said the team that innovates first and finds something good is going to win.
Right.
Like they're just going to win everything.
Right.
I think Alliance didn't necessarily like fully innovate because the heroes that they've picked before have been played. But I think the style that they played against what Empire fielded was exceptional. I think that there was a really like cool synergy that they had. Their lanes were strong. Didn't feel like Empire's lineup could really match up to that. So maybe Alliance are going to be bringing their A game in the next couple days.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I also think it's kind of like the point we always come back to when we talk about Fnatic. But also the fact that there are so many new heroes means that new alternative strategies are possible. And we saw in 6.8 that support Meepo actually kind of works very well. Meepo got some would say slight buff. It's big. A 10 movement speed.
For 5 Meepos.
For 5 Meepos, which is not so small. But it's not about the Meepo buff, but also the fact that now you can run different lanes and different supports, where you can see teams that can fit Meepo better right now. And if Fnatic finds out a combination that can say, okay, you can actually play Meepo, and Tusker is one of the options, right? Because you get all the Meepos in the snowball, and they're like immediately poofing into you.
It goes like 1,000 movement speed or something.
And it gives you so much movement speed. But that's just one of the things that could happen. And if Fnatic can find out a way to put the Meepo, no one can doubt that they can play that hero better than anyone else.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
Hey man, I've seen Ice Meepo too.
He's really good.
Pretty good.
But he will never like. They never pick Meepo for him. It's
they picked it for MMY.
Yeah, MMY. He also played it really, really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, looking forward to see that hero. Kind of like him. Looking forward to see Space Cow, but it's not going to happen.
No.
And in that note of sadness for the Space Cow, rip Space Cow.
Rip in pieces.
We go to space, and we'll see you Saturday on the next episode of ASUS ROG Dream League.